Good evening and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung traditional land for the CCM National Women's Tournament here at iceHQ. It's the final game of the Tier 2 teams here, and it is a match-up between the Melbourne Reds and the Adelaide Shifty Lizards. The Lizards in the white, the Reds in, well, red, strangely enough. An important game for the Reds. If they win this, they take themselves to the top of the table, and they will then play the Shifty Lizards again tomorrow in the semi-final in the morning. If, on the other hand, the Lizards win it, they will move themselves up into middle. The Reds will stay where they are, and they'll play each other again, but the Furies will then play the Honey Badgers for first v third. If the Reds win it, things will shuffle around just a little bit. And if it's a draw, things get really interesting. I'm not even going to entertain that thought at the moment, although I don't think that'll change anything at all. If there's a draw, then we'll finish with the order as it is at the moment, with the Honey Badgers will be playing the Lizards tomorrow morning for the 1v4 semi-final, and the Reds will play the Furies for the 2v3. The Stingrays and the Brisbane Drop Bears, they just played 10-15 minutes ago, and the Stingrays with their first win of the tournament with a bitterly fought out scrap 3-2 against the Brisbane Drop Bears. Drop Bears not able to quite get that one back. Players to watch out for in this one, well, superb for the Shifty Lizards has been without a doubt Maggie Pryor, who is getting pretty close to a shoe-in for the MVP of the tournament. Be pretty hard-pressed to bet against her on that one, but so too Tori Kellett has been superb in the net for them as well. And Hayley Hill and Courtney Crafter have been terrific. Amani Tripolani has been superb in defence as well. Daisy Fryer has been fast and effective. For the Melbourne Reds, players to watch out for Colette Morgan, who scored a couple and is always a great playmaker through the middle. Georgia Sobol in defence is rock solid. Rose Staktovic in defence also solid. And Lana Dorman's been excellent. But leading them is Maureen Newell, who has been playing a great captain's game and done a terrific job, as well as in the net for them is Alex Slade-Baker. So the game not a dead rubber. Both teams making finals. The question going to be, which position do they finish in? Do the Reds finish top, in which case they'll play the Shifty Lizards again and relegate them to fourth? Or do they lose it and then they play themselves again tomorrow, but as a 2v3 rather than the 1v4? So it doesn't really make that much difference. They'll still be playing each other tomorrow, unless there's a draw, in which case it will end differently. It's unlikely to be, but we've had a few draws. The game now underway. Taylor tried to pluck the puck up the ice. Newell made a connection there with Morgan, but couldn't get it quite through. And it'll be Anna Dale now, who's being pressured by Cash. And now it's being carried in and shot on the net. First shot on the net and the first save made by the Shifty Lizards. So we'll get to see the first defensive zone face-off by the Reds. Do they remember what they practiced training a couple of weeks ago? We'll see. Looks like they're setting it up. You'll see they've got wingers and a D lining up across the face-off. Puck comes across to that. It's a bit pedestrian on the movement there. They didn't move up quickly. Troon had good control of it though. So stick handling through a phone booth, and the shot fired. Blocker save there made though. It was Pryor who got the shot away. Slade-Baker with a beautiful blocker save kept that one out. Maggie Pryor has been absolutely lights out superb for the Shifty Lizards. A very effective line for them indeed. The combination of her and Crafter has been very, very effective for this team. They still find themselves fourth in the ladder though, just the one win. Well, they've scored a lot of goals. It's not been enough. As now Fryer looks to try and put it in, goes across the front of the net, not able to make anything terribly effective out. It'll be cleared out by Troon, who fired the cannon deep. And now the Reds will win the race. Getting there first quickly was Staktovic. As the players hit the boards feet first. Everyone gets up and is okay. As we come back the other way now, it's a 3-on-2. Changing was Crafter. It's pushed over into the corner and circling around Pryor. Tried to get a shot away, it wasn't clean. It was under good defensive pressure. The Reds got back in time. A good tussle between these two teams. So now the puck is flung down the other way. No icing the call, interestingly. Lots of time as the Reds changing, as the Shifty Lizards play the puck up the boards. Tried to make a connection on the half boards, but couldn't quite get to it. It was Morello. And now the puck is flung in by the Shifty Lizards, but they've lost sight of it, having to come back and pick it up. And now the Reds will look to clear it out of the zone. Not cleanly though, but eventually circling and twisting is Beck Leader, perhaps not aware of how close the boards were. And Bree Holder now dispossessed. It'll be picked up now by Stastovich, who looks to play it up the ice, but is forced to reverse and go around the back. Reds with a little bit of a messy change. Leader was very slow to get off the ice, and the puck played across the other side. It will end up on the stick of Baird. Under a bit of pressure from Dalman, who just took it away from her. Dalman now puts the puck onto the backhand, doesn't quite get a handle on it, and it'll come out of the zone and be picked up by Hill. Hayley Hill has been superb through the tournament as well, spinning around there, not taking it with it was Bree Holder. Puck goes through everyone, and it's flung in from a distance, just deflected away by Slade Baker. It might not have been a shot on, but it was pretty close. And the Reds will look to clean it out. Newell, the puck just went behind her. She's going to put some pressure on the Lizards. It's just trapped offside. There was Hill. Saksevich now with the puck, looks around, chips it up the boards. A good decision. Finds Dalman. Dalman hesitates. Caught in the zone just briefly. Not able to clear the puck out of the zone. Finally, they do, the Reds, onto the stick of Morgan. Morgan was pressed tightly, though, by Fryer. West, I tell a lie. But now Dalman has the puck. She's poked at by Janowska and not able to get it, but Morgan, with a little bit of space, tries to get a forehand, but stick lifted. It's a good shot, though, under a lot of pressure. The stick was lifted, but she still got the shot away, Morgan. Save made by Tori Kellett for the Lizards. 10 minutes to go. 3 shots on the net for Lizards, 1 for the Reds. No goals. Sobol keeping a wary eye on things for the Reds. One of the most reliable defenders in the competition, certainly thus far, has been rock solid. Trying to give some leadership and experience to Taylor. Taylor couldn't quite get hold of it and bounce down the other end. It's going to go for icing. Taylor. No, the icing is waved off. The rebound came through. Getting there first was Pryor. Shot fired, gets around. Pryor winds, turns and spins. Slade Baker forced to make the save. Pryor showing just straight away how dangerous she is. Gets a bit of puck and a bit of space. Very, very dangerous indeed. Got to mark that one closely, the Reds. Slade Baker this time shuts it down. It's with the run of the play so far, 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first. As both teams making wholesale changes. Reds this time not quite able to win that one cleanly. Leader couldn't get onto it. Puck goes across the net. It's just pushed into the side there by Slade Baker. Now the Reds clear it out, but it's going to go for icing. And goaltender there, Kellett, just watches that one sail by. And we will have an icing, and the Reds will be brought back for another defensive zone face-off. Nine minutes to play in the first. Red's pretty keen to get the puck out of the zone and get some attacking momentum. They've been a little bit deprived so far. Just the one shot on the net to 4 to the Lizards so far in the first 8 or so minutes of the game. Now the puck clears the zone. Pressure there by Holder. Couldn't quite get enough onto Baird to deprive them of the opportunity, but just trapped offside was Pryor. Now, unfortunately for the Reds, they go cross ice out of D, and of course that gets intercepted. Nice shot on the net. And that was Jackson making that decision. Now the Reds with a chance to break it up. Troon has a bit of room, looks up ice, tries to find someone to pass to. Hasn't got much in the way of help. Team changing at the time, so she dumps it in. It's the right decision, but no defence back at the moment for the Reds. Colette Morgan sees the problem, but elects to stay in, and eventually Troon will get back to cover and also go for a change as the Reds get fresh legs on in defence. Puck in deep. Leader trying to get the puck across. He's got Morgan floating around. Morgan comes in to help, battling away behind the net. Morgan looking up ice, looking for Cruzada, possibly couldn't get it through to her. Pinching in Saksevich. Puck gets past her. Saksevich will have to sprint back in a hurry to shut that one down. So too, racing back in a hurry, Jackson. And they collide with the boards and try and reset and bring the puck out in a hurry. Trapolino now on for the Lizards, gets a shot on an activation. Nice play by her. Activation as well as pinching in there was Gunn. Gunn got a shot away, but it went wide. Reds under a lot of defensive pressure at the moment. Slade Baker being forced to make a couple of important saves early on. As they battle, it'll be picked up in the end by Sachovic, who chips it up the boards. Trying to find Dalvin did, but was robbed of the puck. Morgan came in to help out, but it's just shoveled backwards and in by Jagged. Reds still unable to clear the zone. It'll be picked up now by Sachovic, who has a little bit of space. Looks up ice, trying to find some movement. Now gets a little bit of room and a bit of momentum. She's got some speed. Gets around one. Tried to chip past Trapolino, but Trapolino just held her ground and said not today. Newell will go around to pick it up for the Reds, held in the corner. Got Dalman being tangled up. Morgan pinches in, and the puck is put into the corner. Dalman now has Morgan free behind her, doesn't take the option, and instead it's picked up by the Lizards, who will clear the puck out, almost, and in fact successfully in the end. But Morgan will go back and tidy it up, circles around, has a look, gets past the pressure of Hill, but is dispossessed by Hill again, who fought back nicely. Hill ran into Sobol, took the stick with her. Hill now just pauses. Pressure from Taylor. Shot was wide. And the Shifty Lizards will reload. Shifty Lizards a form team at the moment. They've been doing well, but Morgan on the breakaway is clear. Just Colette Morgan fires a shot, has a second dig at it. It's still loose. Third chance and scores. The first save was made by Kellett. Second save was made by Kellett, but the third one went in. Apologies to Monty Python. And the third one stayed up. But Colette Morgan there on a solo breakaway. The most highly sought after scoring option. Initial shot, second save, and then just a third dig. Trying to get back in a hurry there. The Shifty Lizards defence couldn't get back quite fast enough. And Morgan adds to her tally to take the first goal of the game. Reds 1 from 1. Sorry, we're just getting the scorers sorting out. Reds 1 from 4. There was 3 shots on that goal. Only one of them went in, but that's all that really matters. Face off this time won by the Shifty Lizards. Baird takes a shot, bobbers around the back. Very nearly a goal. Referee there just waving it off as Pryor came back with a head of steam. It's going to be a bit of a ding-dong battle between these two teams. Every game throughout this series has been close. The largest winning margin was the game just prior, where it was a 1-goaler. Sorry, it was a 2-goal. No, we had a 2-goal margin. Sorry, my apologies. We'll get there eventually. The Furies 1-1, 2-0. 3-2. No, regardless. The Reds 1-1, 3-2. Get there eventually. One of the teams had a bigger margin, and it was the Reds, just not long ago. It's been a long day. Lizards now with the puck being pressured, and it's stolen this time by Sachovic. The other one. Couldn't get a handle on it, though. The puck bobbling around. It's picked up now. Dalman looks around, tries to put the puck into the slot. They've got Desnikas there if they can get it to her, but can't. And now the Shifty Lizards will look to break it out. They find the stick of Pryor. Pryor gets onto the forehand wide, takes a shot low and hard. Save made. Slade Baker with a nice kick save. Back now the other way. Troon looks up ice. Finds Sachovic on the stretch. But she can't get there cleanly, and it'll be picked up by Tropolino. Tropolino behind the net. Just leaves a puck behind, though. Sachovic with a bit of pressure. Puck now behind the net. Tropolino will need to sort that one out. Looks up ice. Just flicks it away. Doesn't get it past out of the zone, though, as it's pinched in and kept in by the Reds' defence on the blue line. Sachovic now has the puck on the half boards, tries to chip it across. Was being pressed there tightly by Pryor, didn't have much room. Pryor now has the puck. He's got to get around the other Sachovic. There's 3 in front. Also has Crafter down the middle and unmarked. Crafter sitting around totally unmarked in the slot, but they can't get the puck to her. Pryor was just swallowed up there by 3 red jerseys as they come back the other way. Sachovic skates in. Holder gets a shot away. Wasn't a lot on it, but it was on the net, forcing the save there by Kellett. Sachovic tried to fling it in, but there was sticks in the way. Just went just a smidge wide of the net as the Shifty Lizards look to clear the puck out of the zone. And we're going to have a hooking penalty. And it's going to be on one of the Shifty Lizards. And that's Maddie Coates, who will be sitting to for a hook. So the Melbourne Reds with the first power play of the game. Coach to sit 2. Morgan with that first goal, and very nearly got another one not long afterwards, but so too Pride. Morgan gets a shot from the side, gets a second shot. So second effort and third effort, so the one's being so successful. It was a good one from the face-off. It came straight across to her and she fired the cannon, but up to the task, Tori Kellett, who got body in the way and then swallowed up the second one. As Newell got the pass across nicely from the face-off. This time it goes back. It's picked up Taylor, who flings it in, but it doesn't get past the defence there of Hill. Hill can't clear it out of the zone though. Morgan goes into the corner to try and battle with it. Comes up with it. Newell loose in the slot. It just goes underneath the stick and free. Sobol can't keep it in, and the Reds will have to reset. Sobol just flicks it across. Finds Dalbin. Dalbin flicks it in on the backhand. Morgan now. Morgan just lets Newell go past. Morgan back behind it, calling for it. Sobol up on the point unmarked as well. It is the power play. It's not going to be kept in though by Taylor. The puck did come out, so the Reds forced to reset. Morgan goes in once more and will steal it. Puck just pushed around behind the back of the net though. Nice save, Kellett. As Morgan battles behind the net with Trapolino. Trapolino's been great. Morgan too though. Bit of a mad scramble on the half boards. Morgan goes in to help and gets it. Gets a shot across the front. Almost a deflection from Dalbin. Didn't quite go. Taylor flings it in. 1 minute to go in the period. Taylor with another chance. Winds. Flicks it in. Collette Dalbin almost had a chance there to get it, but it's cleared out and will be flung down the other end. Just 25 seconds to go on the Coates penalty as the Reds reload and change. They fling the puck up the ice, but it's intercepted there beautifully by the Lizards, but they can't keep it in the zone. Just stuck sitting on the puck in front of the bench as they battle away. Just 30 seconds to go and 10 seconds to go on the Coates penalty. Will be back out shortly. It's picked up now by the Reds. Subbing in is Stakovic, loose in the slot, but the Lizards will clear it out. Doesn't get it out of the zone though. Jackson now just flicks it in, but fans on the clearance. Trapolino had a chance to play it up ice. Maybe not aware of the fact that they had the change. And they do that once more, but Trapolino now has a bit of space. Has to get around Troon. The shot's fired. Got through almost everyone except the last line of defence in Slade Baker, who ends up on top of the puck and stops it, and that will end the period. Reds 1 from 7, Lizards none from 8. Second last game of the evening. We've got one more coming up, this which is the rookie division last game for the evening. So that battling goal there by Colette Morgan. She got a nice breakaway, fired the cannon, went for the slap shot. It went straight into Kellett and bounced off. The second shot was also a bounce, couldn't quite control it, but it was a third one that went in. Apologies to any Monty Python fans who are familiar with the meaning of life. No, the meaning of life, whichever one it was. Very close there too on the highlight reel, just seeing Slade Baker managed to keep that one out. That would have been an evener. Don't know if you saw that one on the replay or not. The Holy Grail, that's the one. Get there eventually. So a bit of desperate save there work. Brittany Jackson getting back and shutting that one down and earning her paycheck. Slade Baker just helped out by her D partner, by her D. And we'll be underway very shortly. In the second, half an hour of hockey left to go in regulation for these two teams. Will they be playing each other tomorrow as 1v4 or 2v3? Or not at all if it's a draw. Slade Baker a little bit fortunate there on that one that Jackson was there to keep it out. Certainly one for the highlight reel. Face off this time won nicely by the Shifty Lizards. They play it back into their defensive zone. Pressure being applied there by Bree Holder. And the Reds keep the puck in the zone, but it'll be broken out through the middle. But referee has a hand up now for a penalty, and it's going to be on Bree Holder. And so the power play will now go to the Shifty Lizards. Holder will be sitting 2. And the Lizards get one back in a hurry on the power play. They've certainly got the legs to do it. Maggie Pryor has been superb throughout the tournament. An absolute shining light of the game. Wizards chip it across, looking for the D. It's not able to keep it in the zone though. It just got past Baird and was out. Baird has to dump it in under pressure. So the Wizards have to reset. Going in to put in some pressure on the Reds now in a hurry. It was a very difficult number to read. I think that's Laura West. He swings away. The Wizards keep it in, but now it's brought out. They're on the power play. They have the extra numbers. Going in now to pick it up is Wilson Allen for the Reds. They're on the penalty kill, the Reds. They want to clear the puck out of the zone. They don't. It's in the slide and loose. Shot fired. Save there made by Slade Baker from Gunn. Gunn had a good chance. It's dumped in by Fryer. This time the Reds clear the puck out through just a little bit of a fluff there. Baird couldn't get onto it. Wizards not changing at the moment. It's somewhat surprising they haven't moved on Pryor on the power play. Crafter out on it now. Looks up ice trying to find some options. Now they're getting the changes as out comes the number 1 line for the Lizards. Puck bounces off and is deflected wide there by Slade Baker. And they'll be picked up by the Reds, who dump the puck all the way down the other end as it flung deep there by Wilson Allen. And the Shifty Lizards will need to reload. Just 25 seconds to go on the holder penalty. They've had a couple of chances on it, the Shifty Lizards, but not as many as they probably would have liked. They bring it up now through the middle of the neutral zone. As Morgan forced to poke check and does just deprive the option, and then they dump the puck down the other end. Nice clearance there by Morgan to send the puck all the way down the other end. Back onto the ice holder. So that concludes the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Reds a little casual with their change, maybe not realising that had happened. A little bit of bench mismanagement. We get it underway. Morgan shovels it back. Tried to get it onto the stick of Stakovic. And now just trying to make the connection as Taylor just managed to beat Pryor to the puck. It was close. And now it goes back into the corner. It'll be picked up by Cash. Cash holds it, rims it wide. Crafter tries to get past pressure, is deprived of it. The puck is fought for as battling away is Penzo. But the Lizards not quite keeping the puck out of the zone. Very, very close there, but Jackson kept it in. And now the Wizards trying to clear the puck out of the zone, swatting away. They finally managed to get it out, but only as far as Taylor. Taylor was back and shoveled back again too by Jackson. Taylor once more, but it gets past her, and now it's onto the stick of the Reds defence and Dixesis. Shot fired from a tight angle by Dubman is saved comfortably by Kellett. And with 10 minutes to go, 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second, the Reds with a 1-goal lead from 7 shots. Power play for the Lizards not particularly effective. Reds did a pretty good job of shutting that down. We've seen some very good penalty killing by the Lizards throughout the tournament. Face off this time, not really won by anyone. It was a bit neutral, but in the end, the Lizards end up with it back in the corner. They want to clear the puck out if they can. Chipping up the boards, they do, and they're looking to get the puck to Jagger. Jagger going in to put some pressure on Troon, but it was an icing, so they'll be brought back. 10 minutes now to play in the second. 1 goal to lead to the Reds. Reds with a choice of sides. Morgan telling Newell to put it on a forehand. Look for Newell to try and turn this into a shot on the net. Doesn't. It's not really won cleanly by anyone. Morgan had to go back and pick it up. So too Dolman as it goes through the back of the area. Back of the face-off dot. Battling for it there was Morgan. Couldn't get it cleanly. Savcevic is clear. It's ran into bodies, but the Reds will get it out in Newell. Newell chips it for Morgan. Morgan takes a shot. Tried to wind it up. Newell now with a chance puts it across the slot. And Morgan's there again, but it wouldn't go that time. Morgan always dangerous when she's on the ice in that position. Is going back now to pick it up. Zatchkovic. Zatchkovic circles around. Tries to reverse it back, looking perhaps for Wilson Allen. Gives it away though. And now racing in now to pick it up is Morello. But Morello won't get the shot away cleanly. referees will stop the game. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off. No, it's an offside they've called. We'll get there eventually. One goal the lead to the Red with just over 8.5 minutes to go in the period. Taking the face-off for the Lizards is West, who has been incredibly quick and active throughout this game. Winning the race to it, but only just, was Cash. As racing in with some speed was Stacevic. Stacevic goes around the outside of the pressure, tries to create some space. It wasn't going to happen. Znikas pinches in and just shuts that one down, and it goes back all the way behind the goal line. And the Lizards will look to clear it up at the boards. Plenty of time, not too much pressure, and it ends up on the stick of Gunn, who clears it out of the zone, but it's poked away offside the Reds. But now with some space and time is Jakovic. Jakovsha, sorry, we'll get there eventually. Puck played out though by the Lizards. It'll be picked up by Fryer, who circles around, goes cross ice, gets away with it, but only as far as Sobol, who now has plenty of time down the other end for the Reds. Sobol fans on the clearance under pressure from Gunn. Puck goes across. Slade Baker forced to play the puck around behind the net. The off-score was there. But they don't quite keep the puck in. A desperate dive there by Fryer didn't quite work. And now Leader played the puck away, and it's shot across the front, and the save made by Kellett. Another shot on the net fired in by the Reds forwards. Third attempt. Shaksovic was there, couldn't get the tip. Sorry, I tell a lie. That was Bree Holder, well positioned. Keeping the puck in on the red line, Jackson just. Shot fired from a distance is low and hard by Holder, but the save made, and it deflects out nicely there by Kellett with another save to add to the tally. Not able to clear the puck out of the zone though. Some good zone time and pressure, but eventually they do clear the zone, the Lizards. Jackson has to battle, manages to get past two. The Lizards caught offside as they have to race back in a hurry. Newell there tried to get it up to Collette. Morgan, that is. And Troon will now go back to pick it up and look up ice to Dorbin, and finds her. Dorbin played up ice, tried to find Newell. Newell Collette just tucked underneath but couldn't get the puck, and now gets it. Battling away on the boards and just reverses the puck up into the offensive zone, but it ends up with Tropoleno. Tropoleno being pressed by Newell, not cleanly though, and it'll be Troon who just fakes the move and then shovels it up the boards. Dorbin now battling away on the half boards, gets a puck up. Newell once more, gets body in the way and drives through. Morgan now with a chance. Morgan gets blown into the corner, just lost an edge. Newell floating around as well, as battling in the slot is Dobman. It's rimmed around the back and they cleared the zone. The racing with great speed now is the danger woman Pryor. It's 3-on-2. Shot fired. Slade Baker watched that one go wide as it was flung in hard there by Crafter, but not accurately. And it goes around the back of the net. Crafter battling, but it's beaten to the park. As driving through was Crusader. Now a chance for Crafter. A shot was fired through a lot of traffic. Slade Baker got in the way of that one. And now it'll be picked up by Pryor, who tries to circle around, loses. Sorry, not Pryor. That was Crafter who lost control of that one. And the Reds will clear it out of the zone. Morgan blows a tyre. Sorry, correction. Penzo that was. But shot flung over the top there. Sashovic couldn't get it cleanly. Just a little wrister went over the top. Another chance though, but too many white jerseys back to make amends for that. Sashovic has the puck, just fans on that one and leaves it behind as the Shifty Lizards clear the puck out of the zone. Sashovic tried to shovel it back in, but the puck leaves the ice. And we will have a stoppage. And with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second. 1 goal the lead to the Reds from 10. Lizards none from 11. Both goaltenders have been sorely tested throughout this second period. Some good saves had to be made by both. A couple of highlight reel jobbies. Puck dropped and we're underway. This time the face look to clear the puck out of the zone. Taylor couldn't hold that one in, and it bounces clear and past, having to race back in a hurry is Holder, but it will go for icing, and it'll be brought back for a face-off in the defensive zone for the Shifty Lizards. Just under 4 minutes to go in the second, 1 goal to lead. A win or a loss for either team sees them playing against each other again tomorrow. A tie changes things a little bit. Face off this time won by the Lizards into the corner. Comes across the middle of the net though. Having to race back and try and do something with it was Cash, who lost a footing. Morgan now with a shot. Tried to get the second effort, but it was cleared out of the zone. A bit of ferocity in the slot. Jackson tried to keep it in, couldn't do it cleanly. Morgan races over and pushes through, takes the puck with her as if by magnetic force. Jackson beaten by the puck, and it comes out as the Lizards look to reset. Almost offside there, jagged, but not quite, as going into the corner is Morello. Morello held up. Pinching in is Tropolino, who has a bit of time. Ran into Dalman, who cleared the puck out, and it's on the stick of Baird. Baird circled around, looking for Hill. Hill's been great for the Lizards. Staying onside just was Newell, who has to go in the corner now and battle, being pressed by Tropolino. Tropolino wins that one, but doesn't get it out cleanly, and it's Sachovic who fires, doesn't get through the bodies. Now the puck is out though, and having to go back and pick it up is Stachovic, being chased and pressured by Janovska. Goes around the back of the net, looking up, a little bit of room, just left the puck behind, but managed to regather it. Just a little bit too fancy as the Reds dump the puck down the other end. No icing still up the call, but it's rubbed off in the end as the player there in Penzo got there first for the Reds and shut that one down. A close call by the referees. Went across the front. No one able to capitalise on that one as the puck now in the corner. Going in to pick it up, Sachovic, who now gets around one. Runs into a wall of white though, reverses, back again the other way. Stick handling in a phone booth and eventually runs into a body and runs out of real estate as they battle for the puck. Puck fight into the slot. Penzo was there but couldn't get onto it cleanly. Penzo wraps around trying to find another option. Puck loose. Pinching in there the Lizards defence. Shot fired, bounces off the bounces off the back of the net. Coming out now in numbers, the Lizards, but they'll be pretty keen to get themselves a change. They've been out for a long time and they need the change. It's dumped back into Sneesis, drove the puck in, and change made now as fresh legs on Bree Holder, and they shovel the puck back in. 1 minute to go in the period. And the Lizards clear the puck out of the zone only just, but being pressed as it's stolen by Sachovic, who circles around. He's got four white bodies, loses a footing, no hand up for the trip. In fact, the hand up is up for the trip, I'm sorry. And there's going to be a tripping call. And it looks like it's going to be possibly on Gunn. Gunn will be done for 2 minutes. We probably won't get the puck drop at the end of this period. It looks like we'll be starting the third on the penalty kill for the Lizards, but we may get a few seconds. The clock will continue to run down as Quizada moves over to take the face off for the Reds. The puck is dropped, just 5 seconds to go in the period. Shoveled back in by Sobol, but it's pushed off into the corner, and that'll do the second. So at the end of the second, Shifty Lizards none from 11, the Reds 1 from 12. Gunn will be sitting in the penalty box for 1 minute and 53 or less if a goal is scored. We have seen some pretty good play by the Shifty Lizards on the kill. We have seen a shorty by them as well. Maggie Pryor has been great throughout this game. A great combination with Crafter in particular. Can they get one back and square it up? We've got 15 minutes to find out. So this is the final game of regulation for the T2 level. T2 is the top level in this tournament. Players not eligible to play in this if they're playing in AWIHL. So this is a run just below that level. And it's been some pretty exciting hockey. We've only had a couple of games that have been more than 1 goal margins. Most of them have had more draws than we can count because we're not very good at counting. But we had 5 draws in a row. And it was the first win was had today after not much happening apart from draws throughout most of the tournament. So some really good, tight, torrid contests. And certainly a highlight has been some great saves and some great defensive work. We saw Britt Jackson there do some great work at just protecting Slade Baker and keeping the margin as the puck had bobbled through behind her. And it's just coming back over into the box is Gunn, who has to sit for another 1 minute and 53 seconds. Reds on the power play for that period of time. If they don't get complacent, can they get extend their lead? The puck won by Newell across to Morgan, but it didn't go as cleanly as they would have liked. Troon going in to put some pressure on as well. Puck loose in the slot. They couldn't get it across to Morgan, who was floating around looking for it. Jackson now flings the puck in. It's just corralled by Kellett, but not cleanly. Topolino looks to clear the puck out, gets it past everyone, and it's away. Having to go back and pick it up, Jackson. Troon's with her, but pressure coming in from Pryor. Pryor steals the puck, wraps around, tries to get onto the forehand, can't. Shot fired in from distance, an awkward redirection. Slade Baker forced to make a pretty desperate save there as a penalty kill from the Shifty Lizards proving to be as effective as we expected. But they get the puck out of the zone eventually, and it's Morgan who has Dobbin with it. Gets round one. Morgan gets round the second one, leaves a puck behind and loses a footing in the end and goes into the boards. Just ran out of room. And it's dumped down the other end, having to go back and pick it up is Saksovic. Pressured by Pryor. Pryor circles around, just annoying. And just distracting Saksovic. Doesn't get the puck off her, but certainly keeping her pinned down. A great way to kill a penalty is to keep the breakout way back in its own area. It's not a bad way to do it. And Pryor superb on this one. Using a lot of energy in the process, though, as we have a pretty sturdy collision. The smaller Melbourne Red getting straight back up. He's going back now to pick up the puck. He's Baird. Baird under great pressure. Saksovic flying in at a great rate of knots. The Reds have changed. They've got fresh legs on. Crafter tried to get it across, but only as far as Sobol. Sobol looks up ice, gets past one, and now the Reds reload. Shot doesn't make it through to net. White defence getting in the way. Just a couple of seconds to go on the Gun penalty. Gun's back out on the ice. Has the option of reintegrating in the play, but ignores the game altogether and goes for a change. There's a puck there too. But anyway, puck now shot back down through the defensive zone for the Reds. They're going to have to go back and get at the Lizards. And icing the call. They will go back. And the Reds will have to play that one out. 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Lizards with a terrific penalty kill there. Almost getting a goal there with Pryor up to her usual antics. The Reds were pinned down for a lot of time. Just a little bit of disorganisation again amongst the Reds as Holder just a little bit lost. Runs the clock down though. Probably not deliberate. Puck fired out. Sobol went through the slot. Risky, but they get away with it. Holder this time tries to take the puck away from Cash. Can't do it cleanly, and they're brought down the other way. They're shoveling the puck into the zone there. It was jagged. The puck goes behind the net. The Reds looking to play it out. They get it up the half boards, pinching in Topolino. Got a shot away. It went across the front of the net. Sobol battles for it and reverses the puck back the way around. Taylor will have to go and pick it up. Doesn't make it out of the zone just yet as the Shifty Lizards doing a good job of keeping it in there throughout the tournament. Trapolino has been superb. A little conservative at times, but certainly doing a great job of doing her job. Puck was loose in the slot briefly, but they couldn't get the shot away, the Lizards. And now the Reds look to break it out. Just a chip off the boards there by Holder. She managed to get it out of the zone. Didn't get much more than that, but that will do for the Reds' perspective. They'd love to get around Taylor now. Just being pressured there by Hill. As Cruzado was up and calling for it, and eventually the turnover is given and the Shifty Lizards with the chance. The Reds trying to clear the puck up. They've got Morgan floating around high, can't get it to her, and it goes back deep into the corner. Racing back to sort that out, Leader. It's loose in the slot high. Taylor has to battle for it. Can't get it out cleanly. It's just chipped back in there by Baird, who does the right thing. Now the Reds through the top of the defensive zone. They can get the puck wide. They get it out of the zone just. The referee might not have seen it from their angle. It certainly was out from here. No offside the call. The Sobol will go and try and clear it up the boards. Connection there made in the end to Dorman. Dorman's got Morgan, has to hold. Morgan just managed to skip back onside. Dorman there was just forced into an awkward position. Sorry, that was Leader, and the puck was forced in behind the net. Breaking it out now with some speed. Cash tried to get the puck clear. Morgan just broke that one up. Troon lets it go under her feet, circles around, puts the puck across, trying to find Dolman. Not cleanly though. And they battle away on the blue line now, having to activate and go and pick it up. Troon holds, waits, chips it up the board, doesn't get it out. Not enough on it, and the puck rolls across the front. Troon will have to sort that one out again. Chips up, finds Morgan. Morgan finds Newell nicely. Newell with a little bit of room. Gets onto the forehand, winds, shoots. Straight into the midsection of Kellett, who makes a safe save. What side of where the puck is, though? Kellett. It's there on your jersey. 9 minutes to go in the third. The tenuous one-goal lead to the Reds. They look vulnerable at times. Certainly some good chances going to the Lizards. Now they clear the puck out of the zone. It gets past everyone and having to go back and sort that out. Wilson Hallen will have to race back. So too Stachovic in a hurry. The other Stachovic in a hurry as the puck bobbles around all over the place, and Pryor tried to get it in. Hard to shoot from when you're lying on your back, but you can have a go. Just losing your footing again now as Stachovic clears the puck out of the zone. Racing for it quickly and having to get back quickly. Trapolino gets there first under pressure. And, good aggressive pressure there by Penzo, who was trying to shut that one down. Sachovic battles for it on the boards. They keep it in the Reds. It's in the corner now. Penzo with another chance. Scott Sachovic loose in the slot if he can get the puck up to it. It's just gone through the feet of two of them. And now back the other way in a 2-on-2. And it is Pryor. Pryor gets around one but leaves the puck behind. The Reds clear it out of the zone but not paying attention. Maybe they're looking for a change, and they are. Bad timing on that one. It's going in the corner now. Sachovic loops around the back of the net, trying to find some movement and options. Trying to find Leader, who was caught out of position. Now Leader moving up the middle and providing a good option. Gets the puck but just fans on it. It was a nice pass but couldn't hold it. Charging back to pick it up, Quezada. But it's stolen. And it's Pryor trying to get a shot away, but driven hard into the corner. Pryor makes some space. On the backhand, shovels it. It hit something, but it wasn't the twine. And it looks like Slade Bacon made that save. We should get a good replay of this one. Just wait for this one to see exactly what happened. The noise, which we heard from here, was Slade Baker's stick hitting the iron, and she made the save. 7 minutes to go in the third. 1 goal to lead. Face off won by the Reds. Taylor will go back to try and clear it out, but beaten to it. Behind the net now, the Lizards looking to put the puck into the slot. Floating around free and clear. Shot in the end, fired by Trapolino, and they score. Trapolino set that one up from the high slot. And we have a tied up game. Goal scored by Brie Morello. Trapolino got the shot away. Morello well positioned. And you can just see on this one. Not sure exactly who touched that one at the finish, but either way, we are all tied up at 1 goal apiece from 14 shots. So very, very even indeed. Save percentage is the same for both goalies. That's not going to stay the same for very long. Jackson now has to shovel it in under pressure. Can't do it cleanly and is robbed of the puck. Troon now plays it up ice, looking for Sachovic on the boards, just up on the blue line. Gets the puck out of the zone, but not with much on it. Playing in for it now. Penzo tried to get it out, but swamped by white jerseys. That's once again Trapolino was in there doing a great job. Shoveling the puck in, Morello, as they circle around and try and get a shot away. Just making some space was Hill, who has been brilliant throughout the series. Puck goes across the net, so everyone loses their footing behind the net. No hand up for a penalty on that one that we can see. And the puck is cleared out. Racing now to try and pick Sacevic, who has a bit of time. He's got Penzo in the slot. Can't get it to her though. Penzo tied up nicely. And the Shifty Lizards will get a chance to clear it out. They don't though. They battle away in the corner. No one able to get clear possession. There's a couple of Lizards coming in to assist, and now they get the puck away and clear. And that's on West, who gets around one, but pushed into the corner. Can't get it cleanly, and the Reds will clear the puck out. They don't get it out of the zone, though. It's batted back in twice by Baird, nicely. But shoveling on the backhand, the Reds get the puck not quite out of the zone, as it's flung across through the danger area, but no one home for anyone in particular, and the puck is deep in the corner. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. We'll get another tie. We will go to stop time with a minute to go if we're still 1 goal or less is the margin, as the Reds return the play around the back of the net, trying to create some space. Couldn't get much. Goes across the slot now, and going in to pick it up is Willison Allen, who reverses it once more as they go backwards and forwards behind the net. Can the Reds clear the puck out of the zone under a lot of pressure? They get it out eventually. Blasting through there is Holder. Holder's got Leader. Can't get it to her though. So too Quezada was there, and just keeping the puck in on the blue line was Willison Allen. Shot fired across the front. It's deflected wide there by Kellett. Comes back up to Stacevic. Under pressure, gets around one, but is robbed of the puck, and it's stolen there by Janovska. Couldn't get enough speed though to get away from the rapid back-checking Stacevic, who realised the error of her ways and knew she had to fix it. Offside the call as Sacevic comes back through the middle, but just poke checked away as Newell couldn't handle it either. A wild swing of the puck is missed by Holder. And we've got a whistle for something. Just wait and see exactly what the call is. Referee's having a bit of a conversation with the bench for the Reds at this point. Just concerned that maybe the gate was left open. Now the gate gets closed. And we're still not exactly sure what the discussion is about. But with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. The player's itching to get going. The clock's not stopping. Perhaps some concern that maybe there was a concussion there. They do have a concussion protocol here, but not enforced in this instance. Not a concussion, but a lower leg injury by the look of it. Hopefully nothing severe. Clock still ticking as the time runs down on the game. The referee's going for another conversation with the bench. Morgan comes over to try and find out what's going on as well as the clock continues to run down. It looks like we're going to get a penalty. On a player who's struggling to skate. That seems awfully cruel, as Willison Allen has to come over and set a penalty for the last 2 minutes of the game and could barely make it across to the bench. Looks like she's done herself a lower leg injury, maybe an ankle. She looks to be okay, but certainly not skating comfortably. So the Reds now on the penalty kill for the last 2 minutes. Shot fired. Save there made by Slade Baker. We will go to stop time once we get down to 30 seconds to go. But a lot of dithering, it's fair to say, at the moment. The Shifty Lizards, understandably, a little bit anxious to get the game going. They want to see if they can win it. They're on the power play. They'll be on the power play for the remainder of the game. Shot fired and scored. Maggie Pryor does what she's been doing all series. Fires it in hard, and it got past Slade Baker And the Shifty Lizards have a 1-goal lead with 1 minute to go. That wipes the penalty. So Willis and Allen comes out of the box, and you can see very uncomfortable. He's skating across the ice. An awfully cruel penalty on her. She tries to get off the ice by hopping and maybe does herself an injury as she leaves the ice. 1 minute to go, stop time. The Lizards with a 1-goal lead. If they win this, they'll move themselves up to third, and they'll play the Reds tomorrow morning. The Reds clear the puck out of the zone as they dump the puck back in the Lizards. 45 seconds now to play in the game. Trying to make some amends for it, the Reds. They'd like to at least tie it up. Not that it's going to make an awful lot of difference in terms of what happens tomorrow. Caught offside they are. 35 seconds now to play. The Shifty Lizards don't need to do anything except run the clock down by holding possession, and they do exactly that. They just pause and wait. Coming in to put some pressure on them, the Reds forwards. Colette Morgan comes in to try and do something. They've pulled the goalie, the Reds, but the puck flung all the way down the other end. It will go for an icing, and that will be brought back, and the clock will stop with 15.6 seconds to go. Desperate times call for desperate measures in this instance. It doesn't really make any difference to the game. Either way, these two teams will be playing each other tomorrow in the morning. It's 3v4 or 1v2. Morgan gets a shot. It just goes a smidge wide. 12 seconds to go on the clock. It was a good chance for Morgan. But the Lizards clear the puck up the boards. They're not able to clear it out, though. It's loose in the slot, but all they need to do is just stop it. They've got 1 second to go, and the clock will beat the Reds. And the Shifty Lizards have won that one, 2-1 with that late power play goal by... I'll find out exactly who it was. I'm fairly confident that it was Maggie Pryor. And we'll get things all sorted out in just a moment. Tell you who's playing at what time tomorrow as soon as that's sorted out on our scoring system. We have one more game going for this evening, and it's the rookie division matchup between the Cherry Bombers and the Hidden Gems, and that's at 9:30, so about 12-13 minutes away from now will be the last game for the evening. So just going to get you the goal scorer